Hey guys, and welcome back to Shadow the Hedgehog. We're done with the neutral path, but what about the hero route? What about, like, if Shadow was a good guy and did good things, like not roundhouse kicking Charmy B in the back of the head? Well, you're about to find out. Every time you start a new Shadow, like, campaign, I guess you'll always find yourself back in Westopolis, and it branches off from here. The first time around, you know, for the neutral path, we were just basically getting to the end goal. Here we've got to, like, you know, help the gun soldiers, I guess, by taking out the Black Arms. And it's roughly about now that you'll start to realise some of the more in-depth problems with Shadow the Hedgehog, in that both factions will attack you no matter what. I'm not talking about your partner characters, who, by the way, can actually be controlled if you plug in a second controller. Why you'd want to play Shadow the Hedgehog in multiplayer when most of your, you know, friend characters will be off screen and just unplayable for the majority of the time is beyond me, but the option is there. But how did you feel about the hero route as a whole, Flame, without giving too many spoilers away?
Okay, I think this is where the gameplay sort of gets a little bit grating for a lot of people, and I can understand why, because now no longer are you just doing the thing you know from Sonic of dash to the end. Now you get into this slow and, I guess, in a certain way, monotonous sort of gameplay style of find an open area like we're in now, scout around, make sure you've shot everyone, like do another quick camera pan to make sure you haven't missed any, move on, which slows down the pace a lot.
Yeah, well, you could make the argument that Shadow was never faster than Sonic, but I was there for that final battle in SA2. I saw how it went down.
Yeah, it just... I know I was saying earlier, this is kind of where these sloppy controls make themselves really known as well, because, yeah, we're trying to be careful, we're making sure we're not missing any, but I'm sliding off miles ahead of where I meant to stop.
Them's the breaks in Shadow the Hedgehog. I guess it all just comes down to padding and whatnot, really. They could have made, like, Hero and Dark missions, I feel, much more engaging. And that's not to say, like, every Hero and Dark mission will be a kill-em-all type of thing. They do vary up a little bit, but it's not really a good first impression, I would say. Richie, what's your, like, what's the most heinous example of padding in a video game that comes, like, immediately to mind for you? It doesn't have to be in a Sonic game, just in general.
Oh, that is a toughie.
Yeah, sadly there are a lot of examples in gaming you could, like, pull from.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose one of the most frustrating that I had was Epic Mickey, with the constant having to go back and forth through the paintings, and you had to complete the little 2D platforming section every time you went through.
Yeah, for no reason.
For no reason whatsoever. That was just tedious.
There was also, like, the little, and this is a nitpick, thing where do you want to enter a store? Yes, instead of just, like, being able to walk into a store.
Yeah. As people are probably more than aware at this point, I really don't like Epic Mickey. It's one of the few games that I actively detest. And that doesn't happen normally with games. Also, Sonic Chronicles The Dark Brotherhood, that had quite a bit of padding in the form of having to grind ever so slightly because enemies were bloody evil.
Well, I don't know. Like, I would say, like, leveling is one of my lesser complaints in Chronicles. It's more so that it's really super fucking boring.
Well, yes, I mean, that is the other thing, is that it's just a really boring game, so anything you have to do in it is dull. So, the grinding is dull, and it just makes... everything is just awful in that game. Don't ever play Sonic Chronicles if you have the option to. It's not worth it. I
suppose we'll cover it next year at some point, but there is one other Sonic playthrough coming this year. We haven't actually decided what it's going to be yet, but it won't be of, like, Lost World's kind of mediocre quality, and it certainly won't be on Shadow's level. Yes, indeed. Good, fair viewers, we will be covering a good Sonic game.
Yeah, might have to dig a little bit deeper, but yeah.
Okay, so that rules out Secret Rings, Black Knight, Sonic Adventure 1 and 2.
Fuck you.
I'm just trolling at this point, really.
It's like, I'm totally fine with you including Black Knight in that list as long as Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 are there as well. It just means you're being fair.
Yeah, it helps ease the pain, really. Why did you run into that exactly?
You know the slippery thing? I thought I stopped.
Okay, blaming the game, are we, Flame?
So, at this point, is Shadow basically Luigi?
I guess he is slipperier than he's meant to be, although it is more just shoddily implemented rather than, them actually intentionally doing that.
I'm glad you got that right away, because my mind immediately went to, how is Shadow even remotely connected to Luigi? He's not green. That's more a Vector's thing.
Well, I mean, to be fair, in the grand scheme of things, Shadow would either be Wario or Waluigi. Because Wario, in terms of being the opposite person to Sonic, but then I'd also say he's kind of Waluigi because of, obviously, the slippery stuff, so he's technically, gameplay-wise, a bit more like Luigi.
Yeah, I guess so. I actually remember, around when SA2 Battle, I think, was coming out, the Nintendo official magazine was like, oh, if this was a Nintendo-created character, they'd just call him Sonic or something.
The Nintendo official magazine had this weird sense of humour sometimes.
Yeah, it was sometimes grating, but mostly endearing, I think. A gaming magazine with a little bit of sass. Yeah, Sonic, you compose all you like in the background, but you did sweet buggery all to help us in that mission.
He jumped around aimlessly a bit.
Well, at least he managed to be in the centre of the results screen.
Ah, yes. You know how I like it, Rich, you know how I like it.
I mean, to be fair, he was in the background behind the text, so it wasn't exactly great positioning.
Aww.
But he was in the centre, so...
But that means Shadow was off-centre.
It never fucking ends!
Well, no, but Shadow's mastered the art of composition, so he was in the right position for him.
Wow.
Go on, Tom, fuck up the title when you upload this, make it full circle.
Nice.
If you find Shadow with the black aliens, then kill them all.
Yeah, we got more of this sort of blah blah blah. I'm not even acknowledging what they're talking about because it's stupid stuff. But yeah, they sort of have this same sort of approach, and these cutscenes, given we're obviously abridging this, but there are two hero endings, there's two neutral endings, there's also semi-hero and that, and if you're going this way you're going to see that 4 fucking times in the same cutscenes, and that's why they sort of get a little bit irritating after a while.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any way of skipping the cutscenes at all?
I think you can skip repeat ones, but that's something else I should probably bring up now I think of it. The load times in this game can get a little bit obnoxious sometimes.
We're playing the GameCube version, right?
Yeah, we're playing the GameCube one, but still, sometimes it's not 06 level, really bad, but it still, goes on a couple of beats longer than you'd expect, and you start thinking, this is taking a while. And naturally for the playthroughs, I tend to trim them down a little bit, so it's not us blabbing over nothing for, a minute straight, but still.
I'm kind of nitpicking here. Well, it's not even really a nitpick, it's just kind of an interesting thing to bring up. Well, you could call it interesting, I guess, but I'm blabbering now. You go down on the route selection thing for, the hero path, but you go up for dark, which is kind of odd.
Yeah, I was about to bring that up as well. It's that doesn't quite make sense logically.
Oh my god, it's like hell is above and heaven is below. It's all some kind of sick joke.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose they are technically playing on the whole idea of Shadow is technically an anti-hero.
I'm not
Nice,
sure
Flame,
how that
nice.
happened, but
So, talk to us about the hero-specific mission in this one, mate. I remember it being a bit of a bitch.
this one is one of those levels that either you get it really quickly out of the way or it fucks you over repeatedly. The general mission here is this big blue flying thing. You basically got to fucking destroy it. And you've got a time limit before he gets away, and if you fail the time limit, then you have to start again or go for the other mission. Which, the neutral mission here is just go to the goal ring, but then that sticks you back on the neutral path, so you'll have wasted your time doing the extra shooting with Stopless.
Yeah, you can get back onto, the hero or dark paths after being on neutral for a couple of stages, so if you, accidentally fail the mission, and, you forget to hit, restart or something, don't worry too much, but there are, eventual cut-off points that you need to be wary of.
One thing I would like to bring up here is you see me using the gun soldiers' weapons because I just find them the best for shooting that thing. That means that I have to sacrifice my own men here just to be able to complete the objective.
Oh well, if it's all for the greater good, then the president will understand.
These people have families.
Fuck 'em. I want my Uzi, damn it!
It's fine because Shadow's an anti-hero, so you can get away with this sort of stuff.
Well,
Also, he's a bit of an asshole, so...
yeah, there is that, yeah, I was gonna bring it up.
Yeah, like, Shadow in himself might be able to get away with it, but, like, presidents might have to explain this to, like, his people. Where so many of, like, their relatives and their friends and that are in the army and that are just dying because of one careless guy who's on their side.
I guess. Oh, it's a pretty Chaos Emerald green now.
Yes, it is. Yeah, it's just one of these things that as you get more and more damage, it just changes colour. It gets funky neon, which sticks out like a sore thumb against the dark grey road texture, but whatevs.
Geographically speaking, we're still technically in Westopolis right now, aren't we?
Yeah, it's all around Central City. That's where this area is.
Okay.
Which is confusing because I'm pretty sure there is there is a level later on called Central City, but you know.
Whatever works. Nice job murdering that innocent spaceship, by the way.
Yeah.
It's all a day's work for this hero.
Well, yeah, but it's a Black Arms ship, so it needed to be destroyed. Then again, I suppose the aliens probably had families as well.
Oh, well,
so...
they're abominations. Also, why are they called the Black Arms? Their arms aren't black. What's the deal?
Or else.
So, think you have a chance against me, do you?
The starfish thinks he's intimidating. It's adorable, really.
But I'm not here to fight you either.
I have to say he's basically like an evil version of Starmie.
Just back off.
I can sort of see where you're getting that from. I think more of I think it's Starro from DC Comics.
Bull, I summon you.
Oh, Jesus. This hunk of crap right here. What a stupid boss.
Yeah, also, isn't this guy named after the bad guy from F-Zero, Black Bull?
Well, I don't think he's named after him, but, wow, Sonic, great battle cry there, by the way.
I think the name is intentional. There's also a Blue Falcon boss.
Yeah, I can see where you're coming from. And, didn't Sega help create F-Zero GX, or am I thinking of another dev team?
They were involved in publishing it, I think.
Okay.
Their name was on the box, so they had something to do with it.
Yeah, Yuji Naka gets to count money and get a new Ferrari. That's all that matters, really.
F-Zero GX was developed by Sega's Amusement Vision department and supervised and published by Nintendo.
Nice.
So, Sega developed it. Well, Amusement Vision developed it, but yeah.
Yeah. Alright, Flame, tell us the secret to defeating Black Bull really fucking quickly. You know what it is, I know what it is, the public knows what it is, let us know.
Well, there's different ways. Like, there's what I'm doing here, which is, you know, going up to the eye, spamming that. You can also think somewhere around there's guns you can get, you can cast control them, but this works, so...
My trick was always to just, build up my hero meter, grab a gun, initiate time stop, Zawaldo and all that good shit, and then just kill him with my infinite ammo.
Yeah, I'm more a creature of habit with this, but yeah. He's dying pretty quickly anyway.
How's it even able to stay aloft? He's huge, and those wings definitely could not give him an aerodynamic form.
Evil alien magic.
I guess so.
So if you are doing it this way, I've got used to the homing attack over time, but I can imagine newer players will just end up launching themselves off the edge.
I thought you very nearly did for a second there.
Do you think I would have left it in if I did?
Yeah, good point.
Well, yeah, but Flame, that would have been funny.
No, bad play is not funny in LPs.
I mean, yeah, it's true.
Well, not to be, a snob or anything, because I definitely have those tendencies. It's funny sometimes, but just random deaths for no reason. Take them out, guys. Take them out. Purge them.
Speaking of taken out, he's fucking dead. We totally won't be seeing him again.
Oh, yeah, it's not a Chaos Emerald, it's a Goldstone.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, okay, guys, we'll see you next time when we travel even further down the Goody Two Shoes route and Shadow the Hedgehog. Bye for now.